Just wanted to pop in and give you guys a little bit of information about the campaign and a little update on our activities. We are about 4 months in since I actually officially pulled papers, and there have been so many distractions and so many things where people have kind of fallen off the wagon, if you will. And I just want to tell you guys that we are literally down to the wire as far as jumping on board and starting activities, walking, volunteering, donating, things like that. And you might say to yourself, well, the primary is not until next June. But in actuality, to run the kind of ground game that we need to run, we needed to start back in April. So here's the deal. This is my come to Jesus for you. This is a talk that's like, we need to get on board or there is no, ship rolling out. Basically what I'm looking at is 4 months of lost time with other people being confused about which candidate to follow or which issues are important or getting distracted by other things, which is totally understandable. But my question to you is, in 2 years, when PAN is still running legislation, do you feel good about what you're doing today? Regardless of the other campaigns that are coming up, the other issues that are on the table in California, because there's plenty of them. What's happening today that is going to make a difference in our district here in Sacramento and California statewide with the Senate? Now, I'm one person who is not bought and paid for, who doesn't have any allegiance to basically anyone. I have my own opinion regardless of who I'm aligned with. But I'm up against someone who is backed by billions of dollars, and not necessarily direct political spending, but the whole structure around this candidate, this incumbent, is an enormous amount of money. So we have to go directly to the voters and we have to talk to the voters. And that is what we've been trying to launch since April. And it's really important to me that we do this piece because we can't win by buying ad time. We can't win by billboards and signs and all of those things, although we'll do all of those things. We can't match them dollar for dollar, but what we can win, where we can win, is by going directly to the voters and explaining to them exactly what's been going on. You guys see what's going on. You see how, what a visceral reaction you have to the language he uses in bills, the type of activities he's doing. And so you have to trust that your fellow citizens will feel the same way and really want to get on board and start making a difference in our district. So we have a lot of people to reach out to. We have a lot of activities that need to start rolling along. We're kind of getting to the point where if we don't start now, we're going to be behind the 8 ball. And that's really not what I hope to do. So I'm one person, and to come together for this campaign, we really need a whole lot of people. And I've told you guys several times that I have a super diverse following, and that's because my preference is towards not infringing on others. So I don't want to harm other people. I don't want to take away their ability to express their own lives. And I also don't want people stolen from. So don't harm people and don't take their stuff. That's kind of the libertarian underpinnings. So we get a lot of people who are across the spectrum. So you might find that you're seeing other people post on my page, or you're seeing ideas and stuff that aren't necessarily you. And that's okay when you're not legislating that stuff. Those are opinions, those are discussion points. You're coming together to discuss ideas and direction for our country, state, city, county, etc. That's okay to have differing opinions. Where I don't have any wiggle room is on hurting people and taking their stuff. And I certainly don't support oppression of other people. And that doesn't mean that I support giving other people extra rights or, special entitlements or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I certainly will always stand up for people who are oppressed, and that will never be something that I'm okay with. So as you see people moving around and shifting around, don't get lost in the shuffle. That's not the point of this whole exercise. The point is to transcend the politics surrounding us. So we are purposefully being divided on issues that really no one has any actual strategy to fix. They're really just using them as points to divide the American people. When you talk to people about an issue and you can be conscientious and specific about not infringing on other people, that's what I see resonating. And that's where my message fits. And so I feel really good about this district. I'm also running in the Libertarian Party. The Democrat Party and the Republican Party have been having a heyday, spending money, dividing people, fighting over votes, really kind of impacting our country and society in what I would deem negative ways. And so with the Libertarian Party, it's rooted in a philosophy of libertarianism, which I already discussed. That's the don't harm people and don't take their stuff. And even within the libertarian umbrella, there's a massive amount of discussion, because that's what our country was founded on. Discussing issues, discussing ideas, not necessarily related to forcing one another to adopt your personal values, but rather leaving room for people to have their personal values. That's why we have a Bill of Rights. So when I see the Democrat Party and the Republican Party both acting in ways that don't serve the people, I get really fired up. And that's the place that I come from. And I think a lot of other people are in that place. It's an easy case to make. We have opportunity. Now, I didn't wake up as a small child saying, oh, I want to be the best candidate of all time. I actually want to reform the political process. But you have an opportunity right now to have a candidate who really has your best interest at heart and wants to work on your behalf. So what I'm seeing is kind of like the herding cats mentality. Everyone's running in a different direction. People are posting stuff all the time. And I get tagged in a billion things, and that's not a problem, but I try to be specific about what I post so that we can kind of stay on the same page. What is this campaign about? What are we going to be doing? Where is our focus? We have to be precision-oriented, the best possible option, the best possible planning. All of these things need to come together in order to do something that has been deemed impossible in California. I can't do it on my own. I can't do it with 5 people. I need the groups to come together that are being negatively affected by Pan right now. If you're posting about how terrible Senator Pan is, if you're posting about how we need to change, instead of posting or in addition to posting, send a donation, show up to volunteer, start participating. This is when we have the opportunity to really make an impact. You wait 6 more months and the ship has sort of sailed without you. And it's not something that I can accomplish in the matter of 3 or 4 months. We really need the amount of time that it takes to effectively campaign. So we have everything ready to go. We have our walking software set up. We have our neighborhood split up. You can join our neighborhood pages, which I'll link to. It's kind of the ball's in your court. It's time to get on board, and this is my message to you. It's like, let's do this. I want to see Pan out. I've wanted him out since AB 2109. I remember standing in those lines and speaking before the legislature that didn't seem to care what we had to say, even though we showed up in extraordinarily high numbers. And you guys want to see a change. I want to see a change. But it takes some actual work. And so it's time to step up and work. That's my message to you today. So you can find us at DeRoseForSenate.com, and you're able to sign up to volunteer, you can donate, and you can also connect with us on social media, which is really important to share our posts with friends and family so you can start to get the word out. We're trying to get, 500,000 people to vote for me. So definitely share the message and come on board. We're really excited to have you.